Thank you for watching this PD Short. These are just snippets from our counselor webinar series, which offer free professional development for you throughout the school year. Each webinar provides you with valuable insights and best practices to help you help your students along the way in their college and career journey. Don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter so that way you can stay informed about future professional development opportunities, and we are excited to help you empower your students.
Welcome to our PD Short on Big Future School and Connections. I'm Martha Morris. I'm a director of the Counselor Community Engagement Team, and I just want to fill you in on some new platforms and features that we have available for students who are taking our in-school assessments. Big Future provides two complementary solutions that will help students own their own future and plan for what's next. I'm going to go into more detail about our new tool, Big Future School, and what it can offer for in-school test takers in your communities. Any student, including those with access to Big Future School, can always use bigfuture.org to explore career options, plan for college, and pay for college, regardless of their intended path after high school. Because when more students see themselves in the planning process, we help make college and career relevant and actionable. Taking an in-school assessment like PSAT and MSQT or SAT School Day can be an important moment to engage students in thinking about what's next after high school. The assessments can offer students either a start on their path or to continue on their path of discovery, and that's what Big Future's always been about. By leveraging the moment when students are looking at their scores, Big Future School helps them discover their possibilities with a college and career. So once they're in the app, students feel like they have more control over their plans for the future. They can, first of all, check their in-school assessment score. So they can see how they did on the PSAT and MSQT and SAT School Day this fall, and then PSAT 10 in the spring. Checking their scores is a key step in their college access process. Once they're in the app and check their scores, this is a launch pad to more information on college and career planning. In the app, they're going to get guidance from College Board about planning for college and career through some messages. And then they have the opportunity to hear from hundreds of nonprofit colleges and scholarship providers and government agencies that are administering education programs through a feature called Connections. So there's 3 steps here. Step 1 is that the student needs to provide their mobile number during exam setup for the PSAT and MSQT or SAT School Day. It's totally optional, but it is the important first step. So when students are in Blue Book and they're getting ready to take their exam or they're doing their digital readiness check and they're filling in personal information, they have the opportunity at that time to add a mobile number and opt in to Big Future School. They also have the opportunity to opt into Connections. And it's really important that this is clear. This is their only opportunity to log into Big Future School, is during exam setup with their mobile phone number. There may be new opportunities in the future, but right now, this is the only way to get the app, is by putting their mobile phone number in. Now, that's not quite true with Connections. Once they're in the app, they have the opportunity to opt in to Connections right away, or if they aren't ready to start receiving those messages from scholarship and educational providers, then they can opt into Connections later and opt out of it for now. Connections is variable, opt in or opt out, but Big Future School, you have to opt in during exam setup. So once they have put their phone number in, then they have to authenticate and download the app. So they go into the app, and this is the only time their phone number is used, is just to authenticate in the app and let them know that their scores are ready. It's a common process with apps, and their number will never be used for any other purpose, and it will never be shared. So it's a very privacy-forward app, and it helps students decide when or if they want their data shared. So they've received this message that their scores are ready, they've been authenticated. Now they can go into BigFuture School the moment they get their scores and check and see how they did on their in-school assessments. They can look at their math score, their reading and writing score, and they can look at Career Insight Snapshot, which is a list of 6 careers that are growing in their state. So the students will get a text message when their scores are ready, and those will be sent between 6 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, trying not to disrupt the school day. All of the score information they get in BigFuture School is the same as what they'd get if you handed them a PDF of their scores. And schools can always still provide those PDFs to students. Another cool thing about the app is that students can explore trusted messages with tips and guidance from College Board on college and career and financial planning. These in-app messages are keeping things simple for students so they don't have to dig through their email or look through a website. They just look at the messages that are relevant to them and gives them power to plan for their future because they have quality, trusted information at their fingertips that they can access from anywhere. And students who've opted into Connections have the added benefit of receiving messages from nonprofit organizations like those colleges and universities and scholarship organizations that they want to hear from. It's important to understand that this is the primary way for in-school test takers to be seen and recruited by these colleges and scholarship groups. And these connections with colleges are powerful because what our research shows is that students who hear from colleges are 25% more likely to enroll and 31% more likely to graduate on time from a 4-year college. And another important thing to know about Connections is that data privacy comes first. Students have control over whether or not they share their data. We don't share any personally identifiable information with anyone. If a student does want to share information about themselves, they go through the app and then outside of the app to the university or scholarship organization and input the information themselves. That way, they have complete control over who sees what data. We had over 3 million students choose BigFuture School to access scores and the planning tools available in the app. That's a majority of the students who were able to and eligible to access it. 2 million have already downloaded the app and opted into Connections to hear from nonprofit organization, and of those, nearly half have checked their scores in the app. And the great thing about that is that educators can have visibility into what students are doing in the app. Through the K-12 reporting portal, counselors can go in and check and see which of their students have logged into BigFuture School, who's opted into Connections. They can see whether or not they've checked their scores, and they can see who's been reaching out to their students. So that's really useful information for you, and we're going to continue to add information that to these reports that is useful for you as a counselor. So there's 3 key actions that students need to take this fall. During exam setup for PSAT, NMSQT, and SAT school day, remind them to provide their mobile number so they can access BigFuture School. It's the only way they can access the app. And then if available, they should opt into Connections so they can hear from nonprofit colleges and scholarship providers. Some schools or states have decided not to allow students to opt into Connections, so they may not have that opportunity, but many have. And then during score release, encourage students to check their scores in BigFuture School. They'll be able to see their areas of strength, where they need to improve, and then they'll be able to check out that all-important Career Insight Snapshot, which gives them a list of growing careers in their state. They're not recommendations, they're just opportunities for them to think about what might be next for them. And that's all we have on Big Future School and Connections. Thanks for joining us today.
Did you find this content for counselors useful? Make sure you check out our YouTube channel and our website at collegeboard.org/counselors to find tons of resources and videos designed specifically for high school counselors.